Homecoming 88, Calhoun Academy versus Cruger-Tchula Academy. And while we have the time here before the game, we'd like to go over each school's roster with you and give you each player, position, his weight, height, and his classification, whether it be freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior. First of all, for the Cruger-Tchula Colonels, coached by Al Barfield, Steve Fleming, and Jim Hutton.
Jack Curtis, please report to the press box.
Number 1, Alan Watkins, the quarterback. He's a junior, comes in at 135 pounds. Number 5, Eric Wade, the quarterback in. He's a sophomore, comes in at 150. Number 16, Brandy Murphy, halfback. He's a freshman, comes in at 140 pounds. Number 18, Tim Johnson's a quarterback, freshman, 130 pounds. Number 23, Robert Hutton is an end. He's a junior, comes in at 160 pounds. Number 32, Jason Acey is a guard. He's a junior at 140 pounds. 33, Eric Thompson is halfback. He's a sophomore, 150 pounds. Number 44, Jason Ware, halfback, junior, 150 pounds. 55, Paul Jennings is a tackle. He's a sophomore, comes in at 230 pounds. Number 61, Jamie Norwood is a tackle. He's a senior, comes in at 240 pounds. 66, Mitch LaFleur, guard, senior, 150 pounds. Number 70, Chris Robinson's a guard in. He's a junior, comes in at 190 pounds. 71, John Evans is a tackle. He's an 8th grader. He comes in at 135 pounds. 73, Steve Diffie is a center, senior, 220 pounds. 78, Butch Carpenter's a tackle. He's a sophomore at 190 pounds. Number 79, Chad Gerard is a tackle, junior, 230. Number 88, Michael Nichols, rounding out the roster for the Colonels, and he's a halfback in. He's a junior at 150 pounds. Cruger-Tchula Academy Colonels have 17 players listed on their roster with a breakdown of 3 seniors, 7 juniors, 4 sophomores, 2 freshmen, and the 1 8th grader in number 71, John Evans. Now turning to the Calhoun Academy Cougars, coached by Gary Winters. Number 10, Kel Norwood's a quarterback, comes in at 160 pounds, 6 feet tall, and he's a junior. 20, Greg Lovins, wingback, 145, 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he's a senior. 21, Joe Tuttle is a wide receiver, 160 pounds, 6 feet tall, junior. 22, Michael Landreth is tailback at 150 pounds, 5 feet 9 inches tall, and he's a freshman. Number 30, Damon Doler, fullback, 165 pounds, 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he's a sophomore. 31, Dennis Weaver is a wide receiver, 150 pounds, 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he's a junior. Number 40, John Kimbrough, wingback, 180 pounds, 6 feet 1 inch tall, junior. 50, John Buchanan's a tackle, 230 pounds, 5 feet 7 inches tall, freshman. 55, Craig McCormick, center, 220 pounds, 6 feet 1 inch tall, junior. Number 64, Jack Watts is a guard, coming in at 160 pounds, 5 feet 7 inches tall, he's a junior. Number 66, John Willis is a guard, 220 pounds, 5 feet 11 inches, junior. 72, Chris Easley is a tackle, 215 pounds, 6 feet 2 inches tall, freshman. Number 76, Billy Martin's a tackle, coming in at 180 pounds, 5 feet 10 inches tall, and he's a senior. 77, Todd Skelton, tackle, coming in at 335 pounds, 6 feet 11 inches tall, and he's a senior. 78, Wayne Mahan's a tackle, 165 pounds, 5 feet 9 inches tall, freshman. Number 80, Chris McGregor, wide receiver, coming in at 160 pounds, 5 feet 8 inches tall, he's a senior. Number 88, Richmond Hubbard, wide receiver, coming in at 170 pounds, 6 feet 2 inches tall, and he is a senior. Calhoun Academy has a total of 17 players listed on their roster with a breakdown of 5 seniors, 7 juniors, 1 sophomore, and 4 freshmen. As the teams continue their warm-ups here, we'd like to say that we appreciate David Barnett being with us tonight, keeping our statistics. David, glad to have you along.
Thank you, Mitchell. I really appreciate it.
Captains for each team are about to meet on about the 50-yard line. Captains for the Cougars tonight is number 80, Chris McGregor, number 88, Richmond Hubbard, number 77, Todd Skelton, as well as number 20, Greg Lubbern. Get the head window. About ready for the initial coin toss here. Colonels have won the toss, and they have elected to receive. So the Cougars of Calhoun Academy in homecoming 88 will be kicking off to the Cruger-Tchula Colonels. Teams lining up now behind each goal post, ready to make their way onto the field. Colonels of Cruger-Tchula make their way onto the field, as well as the Cougars of Calhoun Academy coming to the near sideline. Checking some of the schedules of the other teams in the county and where they're playing tonight. Bruce Trojans will be playing Fulton tonight at home. Calhoun City Wildcats face Ethel away. And the Varvin Rams are playing Sturgis away as well. About ready now for our invocation as well as our national anthem at any moment now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to welcome you to this homecoming football game between the Calhoun County Academy Cougars, Cruger-Tchula. And as our players are now on the field, we're going to ask you if you would to please stand for our invocation and remain standing for our national anthem, which will be sung by Robbie Hyde, 4th grade student here at Calhoun Academy. Let us pray together. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and the blessings of it. We thank you for this festive occasion that brings us here tonight. And for each person that's been a part of the homecoming festivities already, we pray, Lord, that their lives shall be enriched and brighter for it. We pray for the families that these students represent. We pray, dear Lord, that they shall be blessed beyond all measure. Father, we pray as we now enter into this athletic competition that you'll be with those who participate on the field, keep them safe from injury, and give them strength to play to the best of their ability. And then, dear Father, we pray that you'll be with we who are in the stands, that we may conduct ourselves in the right spirit and attitude at all times. Lord, we pray for these two institutions that your guidance and blessings will be upon them, that, Father, they might enrich and enlighten the lives of those who are a part of them. And help them, dear Father, that they may grow in nurture and understanding of the things of this physical world. We pray also, dear Father, that they might come to understand the things of the spiritual world as well. Now bless us and use us for your honor and glory. We pray in the name of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the blast bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, tonight Calhoun Academy will be kicking off to Cruger-Tchula, and we are looking forward to a good ball game kicking off for the
Calhoun Academy taking the ball up, number 31, Dennis Weaver. Back to receive for Kruger, number 23, Robert Hutton, as well as number 33, Eric Thompson. Weaver approaches the ball, and homecoming 88, Calhoun Academy is underway. Ball goes to number 23. Tried to find some daylight there, and he's brought down from behind by number 80, Chris McGregor. That was Robert Hutton on the return for the Colonels. And they will put it in play, 1st and 10 from that point.
You know, Mitchell, that looked like some good hustle on the Cougars' part there on number 80.
Absolutely. I thought he did well on the opening game tackle here on the kickoff. Colonels break huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage. Alan Watkins quarterbacking now for the Colonels. No wideouts, working with a 3-man backfield set. Give goes to the 3rd man through. He's got some running room there, still on his feet. Coming to the near sideline now. Being chased and finally dragged down by number 10, Kel Norwood. Substantial pickup on the play by number 33, Eric Thompson for the Colonels. David, he just made that happen all on his own.
I guarantee you, Mitchell, that line, you have to give that there to the offensive line. It really opened up the hole for him.
1st and 10, Colonels.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be a little slow getting started here tonight.
Ball is resting on their own 41, 42-yard line.
We'll be calling for our own boys, so.
Watkins brings his team up, no wideouts, working with 3-man backfield set. Give goes to the 3rd man through. He finds a yard, maybe a yard and a half on that carry. That was number 88, Michael Nichols, on that carry for the Colonels.
All right, in on that tackle there, Damon.
We'll call it a yard. It'll be 2nd down, about 9.
Oh, let's give her 8, 2nd and 8.
Jason Weir going off the field across the way for the Colonels.
They didn't have any more Rice Krispie treats.
As Watkins brings his team up to the line of scrimmage.
Does anybody need a cut?
Working with the I backfield formation now. Give goes to the 2nd man through. Still on his feet, finally knocked down there. It was Eric Thompson on that carry for the Colonels. Substantial pickup on the play that will bring up a 3rd down. And about 3 yards to go now for the 1st.
3. Ball is now on about the 48 and a half, 49 yards.
Just underway here. Kruger's opening drive with 10:23 now remaining in the 1st quarter of play. Watkins up under center now. Give goes to number 33 on the carry. Eric Thompson still on his feet, across the way. Substantial pickup on the play, finally dragged out of bounds there. By number 66, John Willis, as well as number 10, Kel Norwood. That'll be another 1st and 10 now for the Colonels.
We'll move back just a little further than that.
They're moving the ball well on the ground in the opening series.
Yes, number 33 looks like he's got pretty good speed on him. And if the defense don't do something pretty quick, this team could run over them tonight.
Watkins.
1st and 10, Colonels. Move the ball to the Calhoun 39, 40-yard line. Watkins with a quick pitch going to the near side is Robert Hutton, and he is dragged down there by number 31, Dennis Weaver.
That's exactly what the defense is going to have to do to stop this offensive drive right here.
Loss on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd down and about 15 to go for the first.
2nd 15 now.
Ball is resting about the 44, 45-yard line. Watkins breaks huddle, brings his team up. No wideouts. Working with a 3-man backfield set. Watkins with the give. Fumble on the play. Ball is still loose. I believe Calhoun recovered there.
I believe we finally got a call for Cruger-Tchula.
Referees rule that Kruger will still have possession. They would have thought the Calhoun player fell on that ball.
He did, but the ball slipped out right at the last. Right as he hit the ball, it come out from under him, and one of the Cruger-Tchula's got the ball.
5 yards on the play, 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 11.
At any event, that came at an opportune time for Kruger. Pick up about 5 yards on the play. 3rd down now with about 11 yards to go for the first. Clock is running in the first quarter of play, and even 9 minutes left now. Watkins up under center, wide out on the right side. Referee stops the play, and we're going to have a delay of game call here against the Colonels. That'll march the ball back 5 yards.
Gonna make it 3rd down 15. 3rd and 15 for the Colonels. Ball's on the 45-yard line.
Watkins wants to throw, rolls to his right under a little pressure. Still with the ball, going to the far sideline. He's knocked out of bounds there.
That's quarterback Alan Watkins who tries to keep the ball.
Not much of a pickup on the play.
But he is caught just past where
That'll bring up a 4th down situation with about 15 yards to go for the first.
4th down and 14, we'll say. 4th and 14.
Punting situation here for the Colonels. Back to receive for Calhoun is number 10, Cale Norwood. High snap. Kick is away. Relatively short kick. Takes the Colonel bounce. And rolls out of bounds.
Punts ball somewhere around the 20-yard line. We'll have to see where the officials spot it down. It's going to be on down close to the 15-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
Calhoun Academy will take over at that point, 1st and 10, now going the other way. While we have the time, I'd like to wish my wife Joy a happy birthday today. And also, Ann Morgan had a birthday yesterday. First and 10 Cougars, working from their own 15-yard line. Cale Norwood up under center. Quick pitch goes on the near side, trying to find somewhere to go. Got an opening now, cuts across field. He's got a lot of daylight in front of him. He may go. This is Michael Landreth on the carry for the Cougars. 1 man to beat. He's going to go all the way in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars! Number 22, Michael Landreth on the long carry for Calhoun.
All right, that's Michael Landreth on the first play of scrimmage for the Cougars, breaking it open for a big gain on the play of 85 yards.
David, that's a great way to start the game for the Cougars.
That's exactly right, Mitchell. The defense was looking good in the first quarter, and they broke it open on the first play. I think Cougar-Tchula thought they had them.
6-0 Calhoun now. 7:58 on the clock in the first quarter. Cougars will be trying the 2-point conversion here as Cale Norwood calling signals. Give goes to the second man through. He got in. Number 30, Damon Doler on the carry. and he gets a 2-point conversion. 8-0 now, Calhoun.
Fine run there by Landreth, and then also Pagoda for those extra points, and the Cruisers go out ahead 8-0.
Looking at some of the major university schedules in the state of Mississippi tomorrow, the Ole Miss Rebels will be facing the Crimson Tide of Alabama away. Mississippi State University Bulldogs have an open date tomorrow. They will not play. And the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles will play Tulane away. Taking the ball up for the Cougars now is number 31, Dennis Weaver. Back deep to receive for the Colonels is Robert Hutton and number 33, Eric Thompson.
I believe it's going to be number 33, Eric Thompson, and 23, Robert Hutton.
Kick comes to the near side. Takes a hop. Calhoun has recovered. That was number 20, Greg Lovern, on the recovery for the Cougars. David, after that kickoff, travels 10 yards on the kickoff. It's anybody's ball.
Yeah, I guarantee you, Mitchell. And look, the Cougars, they are looking really good right now in the first quarter.
I think they've come out to make a statement here early.
Definitely, definitely.
So the Cougars of Calhoun will put the ball back in play. 1st and 10 from the Colonel's 34, 35-yard line.
Who made that?
Norwood brings his team up. Wide man on the far side of the field, fumbles the ball. Give goes to number 40. Trying to find some running room there. Picks up, manages to get a few yards out of it. That was John Kimbrough on the carry for the Cougars.
Kimbrough, maybe a short gain.
As he was stacked up by a host of Colonel defenders. And that bring up a 2nd down with about 7 yards to go for the first.
About the 33-yard line.
Here, sit on this side. Oh, sit on the knees.
Norwood puts the wideouts left and right, working with a 3-man backfield set. Give goes to number 20, Lovern. He manages to get something out of the play. Did not get the necessary yardage needed for the first down, however. So that bring up a 3rd down with about 4 yards to go, David?
About 4 yards.
Norwood rolling to his right, trying to find some running room there. He is dragged down from behind by number 88, Michael Nichols for the Colonels.
There by number 88, Nichols.
4th down, early indication is that it will be short of the first down.
Ball is just near the 25-yard line.
Lovern and Hubbard come into the game offensively for the Cougars. As Norwood brings his team up now.
I believe the Cougars fixing to go for it.
Norwood puts wideouts left and right, working with a 3-man backfield set. Goes to the first man through, finding very little running room there. Damon Doler on the carry. What do you think, David?
I believe he's going to be a little short, Mitch.
Officials are calling timeout on the field.
Have an official timeout on the play. Cougars did not convert first down, so that will turn the ball over to the Kruger Colonels. Well, they'll put it in play 1st and 10 from that point. 5:39 remaining in the first quarter of play, and the clock is running. Allen Watkins brings his team up to the line of scrimmage. No wideouts, working the I formation backfield. Give is to the 2nd man through. He's got some running room there. Finally dragged down. That was Eric Thompson on the carry.
Eric Thompson.
And he's up close to a first down.
About 10 yards, going to be close to a first down. I believe they'll mark him down just shy of it.
It'll be about 2 yards shy of the first. 2nd down, about 1 or 2 to go for the first.
34-yard line.
Hey, that was a tough break for the Cougars on that 4th down that time, trying to go for the first.
Yeah, Mitchell, they thought maybe, you know, on the 25-yard line, it was a little bit too close to the goal line to punt, so they thought maybe they could get up the middle on them.
Watkins.
Watkins keeps the ball himself, but he's met immediately there by number 78, Wayne Mahan. Actually, good defense.
I don't believe he got the necessary yardage needed for the first. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down situation. And about 1.5 to go now for the Colonels. Ball is resting on their own 34-yard line.
We'll make it 3rd down 1. 3rd and 1.
Watkins working with the same offensive set. Give goes to the second man through. He's met by number 40 and nailed. That was John Kimbrough on a tackle for the Cougars.
John Kimbrough and
number 33, Eric Thompson on that carry. No appreciable gain. That brings up a 4th down situation with about a yard or yard and a half, maybe 2 now, to go for the first.
You know, Mitchell, that touchdown that the Cougars got, that's picked up the defense a little bit. They're looking a lot better.
I agree. Colonels elect to punt in this situation. Back to punt is Alan Watkins for the Colonels. Norwood back to receive for Calhoun. Kick is away. Norwood under it. Gets a good catch. Trying to find some running room across the way on the sideline. Good run back there by Cale Norwood.
50, 40, he's going to be about the 48-yard line.
Does manage to get the ball in Colonel territory. They'll put it in play there. 1st and 10 from the Colonel's 48-yard line. You joined us late. We are in the 1st quarter of play. It's Calhoun 8, Cruger nothing. John Kimbrough coming to the sideline for the Cougars now. As Norwood brings his team up, puts the wideouts left and right. Working with a 2-man backfield set. Give goes to the second man through. Still on his feet. His tackle there from behind. Pick up of maybe 2-3 yards on the play. That bring up a 2nd down. And about 7 or 8 to go for the first.
All right, gain on that play of about, let's say 3 yards. Going to be 2nd down 7. 2nd 7 for
Tell me to.
Cougars. Ball's going to be on about the 45-yard line.
Norwood putting Kimbrough in motion, wants to throw. Ball is in and out of the hands of number 80, Chris McGregor. Almost had it there, had it batted away at the last second.
Pass from Norwood to McGregor and dropped incomplete there.
Now bring up a 3rd down situation with the 7 yards to go for the first.
Good shot there. Unable to hang on the ball. That's going to make it 3rd down and 3rd and 7.
Coming in offensively now for Calhoun is number 31, Dennis Weaver, and number 20, Greg Lovern. Norwood up under center now for the Cougars. Rolls to the near side. He's going to run it, take it himself. Substantial pickup on the play. He's finally knocked out of bounds by number 1, Alan Watkins. We have a player down for the Colonels. Now he's up.
I believe we're going to have a measurement on this one, Mitch.
That was a nice pickup by Norwood on the carry at that time.
Have it, though. I believe he's going to have the 1st down.
It will be close. Chain gang coming onto the field now for the measurement. See if they have earned the 1st down. With 2:25 remaining in the 1st quarter.
You know, the Cougars are really showing a good offense right now.
A good ball control offense, keeping the ball on the ground mostly, eating up some time on the clock with the 8-point lead.
I've noticed they've got a good bit of speed on that team, too.
They really do. 1st and 10, Calhoun.
Cougars ball 1st and 10.
Ball is resting on the Colonel 36-yard line.
36-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
Norwood brings his team up this time. Wide outs left and right. Man in the slot on the right. Norwood wants to throw. has time, sees a man down the near sideline. He's open momentarily. Ball is caught. Touchdown, Cougars. That was number 80, Chris McGregor, on the receiving end of that touchdown pass. Norwood dropped back to throw. Saw Chris McGregor open on the near sideline and hit him for 6.
That brings us to
14 to nothing now, Calhoun.
Good start tonight.
Cougars will be attempting a 2-point conversion here. Norwood using the wideouts left and right. 2-man backfield set. Give goes to number 20. And he is shy of the 2-point conversion marker. That was Greg Lovren on the carry. So the score will stand 14 Calhoun, 0 Cruger. We have 2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play.
We would like to mention the sponsors of tonight's Calhoun Academy football game. They are BMAC in Calhoun City Telephone Company, Crocker Satellite, Custom Dimensions, Bose Honda in Bruce, and Brazier's Hardware in Bruce. Bose Honda is proud to be a sponsor of the Calhoun Academy football season this year. Bose Honda is your Honda dealer for Calhoun County. Jerry Bowes and staff would like to invite you to come by, take a look at the new 4-wheelers, motorcycles, everything they have in stock. And remember, when you buy from Bowes, you not only buy your Honda from them, but you also have service after the sale. So go by Bowes Honda on the square in Bruce and talk with Jerry Bowes and staff about a Honda. Calhoun City Telephone Company offers quality service, striving to bring you, their valued customers, the latest in telephone service, lease telephones, 2-line phones, answering service. All these and much more state-of-the-art equipment are available at Calhoun City Telephone Company. Go by and see them. They're located on the square in Calhoun City.
Ball was taken in there by number 1, Alan Watkins for the Colonels. He is met there. Hard fumble on the play. Calhoun has recovered. Cougars really on fire tonight. Not sure who that was on recovery for the Cougars that time. Did you pick out the number, David?
No, I didn't.
We have a Colonel down on the field.
We have an injured player on the field. Cougars recover the fumble, and it'll be their ball, 1st and 10.
Number 66, Mitch LaFleur, shaking up on the play for the Colonels as we have an official timeout. As he is attended to there by the coaches as well as the referee. David, Calhoun really coming out strong here in the first quarter of play.
Yes, Mitchell, I'm going to have to eat the words I said about when on the initial kickoff, first kickoff.
Injured player still being attended to there. Certainly hope the injury is not as serious as it appears to be.
Mitchell, I believe it's getting football weather now.
It is definitely cool. I tell you that we don't have a problem with the bugs here tonight like we did last Friday night.
Definitely not. It looked like snow last weekend.
Mitch LaFleur being assisted off the field. He gets a nice round of applause from both sides of the field.
Hopefully he'll be all right and he'll be back in the ball game before the night's over.
Calhoun Academy 1st and 10 now from the Colonel's 34-yard line, 33-34. We are in the first quarter of play. It's Calhoun 14, Cruger 0. Homecoming 88. Still waiting for the injured player to leave the field across the way. Now we're about ready to get back. Norwood up under center now. Wide man across the way on the far side. Norwood wants to throw. Fires the ball down the center of the field. Ball is intercepted and dropped. Penalty marker on the play.
That's what that looked very much like offensive interference.
Number 31, Dennis Weaver, was the intended pass receiver. And we'll have to wait for the official ruling on the penalty. Early indication is that it is pass interference.
And I believe they're going to call it against the Cougars. Bring the ball back.
Penalty is being called against Calhoun here. David, I believe that penalty carries with a 15-yard variety. Is that correct?
Wait a minute. That's what we got here.
Maybe it's against Kruger. Some confusion among the referees here.
15 yards.
15-yard penalty against Kruger. Defensive pass interference call. That will give Calhoun the automatic first down with 10 yards to go.
I believe we need an instant replay on that one.
That was a close call. Probably could have went either way. Norwood using the wide man left and right. Putting Lovin in motion across the way. Norwood fumbles the ball. Picks it up and he is knocked down from behind. I believe it's going to be recovered by the Colonels. They looked like just a mix-up on the part of the Cougars that time.
Yes, I believe number 20, he was coming back in motion, or I don't know what it was.
I believe Norwood was hit by one of his own men and caused the fumble.
Yeah, I believe it's number 20 that ran into him in the backfield.
At any rate, it's 1st and 10 Colonels now, going the other way. From their own 33, 34-yard line. Eric Wade now quarterbacking for the Colonels. Give goes to the second man through. He's got some running room there. Finally brought down. Pick up about 7 or 8 yards on the play. Number 33, Eric Thompson on the carry for the Colonels.
Ball's going to be placed down on the
second down now with about 3 yards to go for the first.
For the Colonels.
Alan Watkins comes in now for the Colonels, replacing Eric Wade. And he brings the team up to the line of scrimmage. No wide outs, working with a two-man backfield set. Wade with a give to the second man through. Number 33, still on his feet, got plenty of running room there. He's finally dragged down. That was number 33, Eric Thompson on the carry for the Colonels.
Past the 45-yard line.
He did get the necessary yards needed for the first down.
46.
1st and 10 Kruger. Ball is resting on their own 46-yard line. We have 35 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and the clock is running.
You know, Mitchell, I believe that turnovers is going to play a big part in this game.
Absolutely. Pretty evident thus far, isn't it?
Definitely in the first quarter, and got about around 5 turnovers already.
Wade calling signals for the Colonels. Gives to the first man through. He picks up maybe 4 or 5 yards on that carry. Look like Michael Nichols on that carry for the Colonels. Second down now with about 5 or 6 to go for the first. Ball is resting around the midfield stripe.
Entered into the Cougar territory now. And that's the end of the...
That's all for the first quarter of play. It's Calhoun Academy Cougars 14. Cruger-Tchula Colonels 0.
Okay, thank you, Mitchell. A good game here tonight at Calhoun Academy. Movies are our favorite pastime in the winter months ahead. Crocker Satellite in Calhoun City has one of the largest selection of movie titles available in this area. Whatever type movie your family enjoys can be found at Crocker Satellite in Calhoun City. Another sponsor is Brazier's Hardware. Brazier's Hardware has been serving Bruce and the surrounding area for over 43 years. A name you can trust in the hardware business. Brazier's Hardware on the square in Bruce. And now we'll go back to our game.
That was Eric Thompson on the carry for the Colonels. And he is nailed for a big loss there by number 40, John Kimbrough, on the stop for the Cougars. Good job by Kimbrough defensively.
He's definitely looking good. You know, I think that's about twice as he's already been in the backfield in the opening part of the game.
He's really keyed up here. We're now in the second quarter of play, third down. And it looks to be about 9 yards to go for the first. Ball is racing on about the 47-yard line. Colonel's on 47. Reverse play, number 88, Michael Nichols going across the way with the ball. He is tackled there by number 21, Joe Tunnell, I believe, on the stop for the Cougars. Maybe Dennis Weaver on the stop for Calhoun that time.
You know, that was a real good open field tackle on that play, Mitchell.
That play for the Colonels never really developed. It was slow about reverse getting around that time.
Plus, we got a flag on the play, too.
And we'll see what this one's all about. We are in the second quarter of play, just getting underway with the second quarter.
I think that play was against Cruger-Tchula, and I believe they declined the penalty.
That brings up a fourth down situation with about 9 yards to go for the first. Punting situation as Alan Watkins gets a good snap back, gets it away. Norwood back to receive for the Cougars, takes it on the first top. Trying to find some daylight there, running around. Penalty markers on the play. He is finally dragged down by number 70, Chris Robinson for the Colonels. David, that could be a clipping call this time.
I believe it's probably more than likely on the run back. It's usually what it is, either that or holding one.
Especially since where the flag was thrown back in that vicinity, usually it probably will be a clipping. We'll have to wait and see as the referees converse here. We'll get the official ruling on the penalty. It is against Calhoun. Clipping. And that'll set the Cougars back, 1st and 10 now. Where's that ball resting, Dave?
Looks about like the 10-yard line, Mitchell.
Or thereabouts. Hard to tell from this angle. Norwood brings his team up now. Puts the wideouts left and right. Kimbrough in the slot on the near side. Norwood, excuse me, running on the near side. He is finally knocked out of bounds. Another penalty marker on the play. Norwood had a nice pickup that time, but the penalty may negate this game.
I believe they're going to bring it back. I believe it's clipping.
If the clipping call is called, it will be the second consecutive clip called against Calhoun Academy.
All right, folks, we've been temporarily out of commission up here, but hopefully we're about to get back to moving again. We're having some interruptions in the press box. I don't know what it is, but we'll try to get it straight.
And it is. That'll be loss of down. Second down. And the 10 yards to go for the first. Greg Lovern, as well as Richmond Hubbard, coming to the game offensively for Calhoun. Norwood working with the same offensive set, up under center now. Not much on the ground that time. Wasn't able to pick out the ball carrier. Perhaps number 30, Damon Doler.
You know, Mitchell, since the Cougars opened up, coming up the middle and scored that touchdown, Cruger-Tchula, they have really closed up that middle, not letting them run up the middle anymore.
Really getting strong defensively against the run here. As number 31, Dennis Weaver, number 40, John Kimbrough, come into the game for the Cougars.
Give me second down. No loss of down on the clip.
We are in the second quarter of play here as Norwood calling signals now. Rolls to his right, wants to throw. Trying to find some running room now, still on his feet. And he is finally brought down out of bounds there.
Right in and is driven out of bounds over there by Michael Nichols. And again, looks like it's going to be a little loss on the play instead of gain. Going to make it 4th down and about...
Michael Nichols on the stop defensively for the Colonels. And it looks like that's going to bring up a 4th down and long situation now. Punting situation for Calhoun. Kel Norwood back to punt for the Cougars. Back deep to receive for the Colonels is number 33, Eric Thompson. Alan Watkins and Robert Hutton as well back to receive for the Colonels. Kick is away. And it's down there by number 31, Dennis Weaver.
1st and 10 for the Colonels on about...
Colonels get relatively good field position out of the kick, Dave.
33, 34-yard line, very popular place here right now.
Excuse me, Mitch, what was you saying?
Colonels get good field position out of the exchange here.
Yes, that looked like about around a 25-yard punt on the play.
Kruger Colonels, 1st and 10 now. Eric Wade quarterbacking for the Colonels. Give it to the first man through. He finds 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry. He stopped there by number 80, Chris McGregor. That was Michael Nichols on the carry for the Colonels.
They're directed all the way up here. Being on that play with about 3 yards, going to make it 2nd down and 7.
2nd and 7 now for the Colonels. Ball is resting on Calhoun's around the 30-yard line. Alan Watkins quarterbacking now for the Colonels. Give this number 88, Michael Nichols. He's got some running room across the way. He's being chased there. He may go. Touchdown, Colonels. That was Michael Nichols on the carry for Cruger-Tchula. And he found an opening across the way at the far sideline, and he was gone.
You know, Mitchell, they opened up a hole there, and I'm sure the camera picked it up that you could drive a Mack truck through.
Absolutely. Good job done by the offensive line for Kruger.
You know, I believe I could even run that touchdown.
14-6 now, Calhoun. Alan Watkins quarterbacking the Colonels. It will be going for 2 here. Rolling to his left, wants to throw. Got a man in the end zone, ball is caught. 2-point conversion is good. Jason Ware on the catch for the Colonels. That makes the score Calhoun 14, Kruger 8.
A sponsor of tonight's game is Custom Dimensions in Calhoun City. Custom Dimensions in Calhoun City is proud to be a sponsor of Calhoun Academy football this season. The staff at Custom Dimensions would like to take this opportunity to wish the best to the Calhoun Academy Cougars for a successful season. Custom Dimensions, a key industry in a key community. Watching local football on Channel 7 is very relaxing when you are reclining in your own easy chair from BMEC. BMEC stocks a variety of recliners in different styles and colors. They will even custom make you a recliner to enhance the room of your choice. BMEC prices can't be beat. Recliners for as low as $149. Go by and see the staff at BMEC in Calhoun City. Let us remind you, you may see the replay of the Calhoun Academy football game and homecoming activities at 12 noon tomorrow on Channel 7 and at 2:30 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. So tune in for the Calhoun Academy football and homecoming activities.
Number 73, Steve Diffie, about to kick it off for the Colonels. Fairly good keep, goes back to Norwood. Trying to find some running room up the middle, finding some now. Good run back on the kick by Kel Norwood. Brings the ball out to about the 36, 37-yard line. Calhoun Cougars will take over from that point, 1st and 10.
Cougars ball, 1st and 10 on 36, 37-yard line.
Number 88, Richmond Hubbard, coming to the sideline offensively for Calhoun. Norwood brings his team up to the line of scrimmage. Wide outs left and right. Man in the slot on the right. Now he puts Kimbrough in motion. Give is to number 30. He's got a lot of running room there. That was Damon Doler on the carry for the Cougars. Good pickup on the play. First and 10, Calhoun. Dennis Weaver, as well as John Kimbrough coming to the sideline offensively for Calhoun.
You know, Doler looked good on that play, running up the middle. But I tell you, you have to look at that offensive line. You know, in football, they don't get as much recognition as they should, and they really opened up a hole for him to go through.
I agree, 100%. Didn't have the offensive lineman doing their job, nothing else can work.
You're definitely right.
First and 10, Calhoun. Norwood brings his team up. Wide outs left and right, working with the two-man backfield set now. Norwood still with the ball, coming on the near side. Pitch back is fumbled. Picked up there by number 22, trying to get something out of it. That was Michael Landreth finally with the ball for the Cougars.
Landreth alertly picks the ball up and makes a loser or a gainer there for about 2 weeks.
They just made something out of nothing that time.
They definitely did. You know, Norwood, he wasn't even looking at where his running back, his trail back was coming in at, and really the trail back was too far back for him to even throw that ball.
Second down now with about 8 or 9 yards to go for the first. We have 7:02 remaining in the second quarter and the clock is running. Long huddle this time by the Cougars. Finally a break huddle. Norwood with the same offensive set. Wide outs left and right. Give goes fumble on the play. And it's recovered by Kruger. I believe it might be number 71, John Evans on recovery for the Colonels.
And Cruger-Tchula recovers that fumble. Going to be their ball first and 10 on about the 39-yard line. Somehow or another, I just missed what unfolded there, but the ball popped out, and they got it.
It was just a mechanical breakdown that time on the Cougars, David.
Yes, Mitchell, I think I'm getting the signals mixed up a little bit or something there.
First and 10, Colonels, operating from Calhoun's 38, 39-yard line. Watkins wants to throw. He's got a man. It's caught. He's on his way. Dragged down from behind by number 31, Dennis Weaver.
Mitchell, it's just like I said earlier in the game. You know, all these fumbles and everything, that's going to play a big part in this game.
Turnovers do make a big difference in the game every time.
Pass complete for the Colonels for first down. Ball moved down to...
Not sure who that was on the catch for the Colonels that time.
Inside the 10-yard line. I believe got
possibly Tim Johnson on the catch for the Colonels. As we have a timeout on the field. With 6:08 remaining in the first half. 14-8 Calhoun.
Let us mention the sponsors again of tonight's Calhoun Academy football game. They're BMEC, Calhoun City Telephone Company, Crocker Satellite, and Custom Dimensions in Calhoun City. And Bruce, they're Bose Honda and Brazier's Hardware. We would like to tell you and remind you to go by and thank these sponsors for bringing you the Academy football games this season. Without them, it would be impossible to bring the games to you. Brazier's Hardware, you know, it's not just a hardware store. They're your furniture, appliance, and electronics center. They invite you to come by and see them for all your appliance needs. They have a special sale going on right now in Frigidaire appliances. So go by. If it's time to replace that appliance, go by and see John Brazier and Sonia at Brazier's Hardware on the square in Calhoun City.
You want one? All right. I'll do it.
There's still time out on the field tonight. Again, let us remind you to tune in tomorrow at 12 noon. That's Saturday at 12 noon for the replay of the Calhoun Academy football game and homecoming activities. Also on Sunday afternoon at 2:30 p.m. Join us right on Channel 7 for the replay again of Calhoun Academy football and homecoming activities. And we'll go back to Mitchell in the game.
Back to the ball game now. Going to be looks like down.
Colonels take over first and 10 from Calhoun's 9. Alan Watkins up under center now. Give goes to the second man through. No appreciable gain on the play. That was number 33, Eric Thompson.
Maybe gains a half a yard on the play.
Small pickup. They bring up a second down and goal to goal for the Colonels.
You know, here is where the Cougars really got to show what kind of defense they've got down here this close to the game, to the goal line. You know, the secondary has really got to watch the pass because Cruger-Tchula's not really been able to run up the middle on them.
Eric Wade now quarterbacking for the Colonels. As he gives the ball to number 33, and he's cut down there by number 30, Damon Doler for the Cougars.
Reached up and when he went by. And
that's going to bring up a third down situation and still goal to goal for the Colonels.
somewhere around the 5-yard line now. 3rd and 5.
Timeout called by Cruger. That is their second timeout here in the first half. They'll have one left. 5:14 remaining in the half. 14-8 Calhoun.
Mitchell, it's just like I was telling you a while ago. Right now, the worst thing that Calhoun Academy could do is get down on themselves. You know, the Colonels have made a couple of real big plays in this drive, and if they get down on themselves, they could score on them. But right now, they really need to stick to the guns and come off blowing off the line.
I agree. Coach Gary Winters out on the field talking with his team. I guess the best way to describe the Academy defense so far is the bend but not break defense. They had one long gain for the Colonels on the long pass play. But other than that, it's you know, it hadn't been that much really offensively for the Colonels.
Definitely, all except for the score, number 88 running, you know, going outside, right, well, almost up the middle. And I made a comment about driving a Mack truck through there, but you know, when an offense opens up a line like that, there's nothing that defensive line can do.
Offensive line, the Colonels definitely doing a job here tonight. Calhoun must stop Cruger. Alan Watkins up under center now. Give goes to number 33, Eric Thompson.
goes in there again to number 33.
He's piled up there.
He goes on down towards the goal line.
Stop was made by number 77, Todd Skelton for the Cougars.
Maybe a yard there. Let's call it fourth down, about 2-3 yards for them.
Check that, 55 Craig McCormick. Fourth down now, goal to goal for the Colonels.
All right, hit them, old boy. If you holler a little bit for him now.
Eric Wade quarterbacking the Colonels now, as he and Alan Watkins continuously share quarterbacking duties. Quick pitch on the left side. He's going to be caught and dragged down from behind. Fumbles the ball. It's going to be whistled dead there.
We also got a flag on the play, Mitchell. It could very well be face masking.
I believe it was caught by number 10, Kel Norwood, and dragged down from behind. We'll have to see what the penalty is all about here.
Got a penalty flag laying out there.
Still awaiting the official ruling on the penalty.
Well, he's talking to the Colonel, so it's undoubtedly against the Cougars.
John Buchanan coming to the game defensively for Calhoun as he replaces number 11 of the Cougars, who we don't have a listing for in our program.
Face mask call against the Cougars.
David Ray is exactly right. The face mask call against Calhoun. That'll move the ball even closer for the Colonels, as it will be first and goal from about the Calhoun 1 or 2 yard line. Watkins calling signals now. Number 33 with the carry. It was Eric Thompson. He is stopped shy of the goal line. Now bring up second and short for the touchdown. Clock is running with 4:18 remaining in the first half.
You know, if the defense didn't get a good practice this week, they're definitely getting one now.
Alan Watkins going out of the game as he is replaced by Eric Wade for the Colonels. He brings the team up to the line of scrimmage using no wideouts. 2-man backfield set. Quarterback sneak, trying to get it in himself. No indication by the referee yet.
Going to be third down and each.
Did not get the touchdown. Third down. A matter of inches to go now for the Colonels. Watkins back into the game now to quarterback the Colonels. Watkins using no wideouts, wants to carry it himself. He is hit and dragged down. I believe it was Damon Doler in there defensively that time, David, among others.
Yes, you know, that's just what I was saying. The defense has really got to come off that line firing and definitely had to watch them going over the top.
That will bring up the fourth down situation with about a yard to go for the touchdown. Good goal line stand for Calhoun. Timeout call by the Colonels. I believe that is their third timeout here in the first half. They'll be out of timeouts now.
We've got a timeout on the field again.
Don't believe Calhoun has called a timeout as of yet. Is that correct, Dave?
No, I don't believe they've had a timeout yet, Mitch.
3:02 remaining in the half.
While we have time out on the field, let's talk about some of the sponsors of tonight's game. Movies are a favorite pastime in the winter months. Crocker Satellite in Calhoun City has one of the largest selection of movie titles in this area. Whatever type movie you and your family enjoy can be found at Crocker Satellite. Crocker Satellite on the square in Calhoun City. Calhoun City Telephone Company offers quality service, striving to bring you, their valued customers, the latest in telephone service. Lease telephone, two-line phones, answering services. All of these and much more are available at Calhoun City Telephone Company. Calhoun City Telephone Company, where the customer comes first. Bose Honda is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's Academy football game. Serving Bruce and Calhoun County for over 50 years, Bose Honda in Calhoun is Calhoun County's Honda dealer. Now is the time to purchase that four-wheeler. With hunting season just ahead, go by and see Jared Bowles and staff south of the square in Bruce.
Penalty marker on the play here. Early indication is it is against Calhoun. Fourth down and short for the touchdown for the Colonels. Offsides against the Cougars.
You know, that's one of the worst things that could happen to them is get a penalty right here on the goal line. You know, that could even bring them down.
They've done such a good job on the goal line defense of staying here, too.
What they need to do now is just keep their heads.
Allen Watkins up under center now for the Colonels. Still with the ball is fumbled. Recovered by the Cougars. I believe that was number 77, Todd Skelton, with the recovery for Calhoun.
Those boys really held tight down there.
Calhoun Academy playing some hard-nosed defense here, backed up against their own goal line. And they'll take over from that point, 1st and 10, deep in their own territory.
Well, it's going to be 1st and 10, ball down there about the 1-foot line. Cougars got their backs.
Number 50, John Buchanan coming to the sideline offensively for Calhoun. Norwood calling signals now for the Cougars. Give goes to the first man through, still on his feet. Good pickup on the carry. That was number 30, Damon Doler, on the carry for the Cougars. And he gets the necessary yardage for the first.
You know, Mitchell, the Cougars, they're showing really good defense, and also the offensive line is really showing, you know, what they're really made of, too.
Well, that's where the battle is won or lost, in the trenches, no question about that.
13, 14-yard line.
I know, you know, the running backs, they can't do anything without the offensive line. If the offensive line don't open up a hole for them, they're not going anywhere.
1st and 10, Calhoun. Norwood using wideouts left and right. Puts number 20, Greg Lovern, in motion on the near side. Wants to throw, under pressure now, coming to the near sideline. Ball is overthrown. Trying to connect there with number 20, Greg Lovern. Overshot him. Now bring up a 2nd down situation with the 10 yards to go for the first. Norwood just used up all his available that time then and had to get rid of it.
He definitely did, Mitchell. You know, you have to, you know, really look at the secondary that Cruger-Tchula's got too. They really had everybody covered. There wasn't nothing for him to do but maybe try to get rid of the ball.
2nd and 10, Calhoun. They are working from about their own 13-yard line. Norwood using the same offensive set. He puts Kimbrough in motion on the near side. Give goes to number 30, Damon Doler. He's got some room. Still on his feet. Finally dragged down from behind. That was a good pickup that time by Damon Doler. They will get a first down out of it.
You know, Doler, the way he runs the ball, he really don't care who's in his way. He's just going to run it.
Tough, hard-nosed, straight-ahead runner, Damon Doler. 1:33 remaining in the half now. Ball is resting on Calhoun's own 33-yard line. Norwood with a quick pitch to the right side. Number 22, Michael Landreth on the carry. He's got some daylight up the middle now, still on his feet. He finally dragged down by a host of Colonel defenders. It's going to be another first down. Consecutive first downs here for the Cougars.
The Cougars really looking good, you know, and there's a difference in the running backs, all right? Landers running up there through there. He's dodging, looking, you know, he's trying to get out of the way of the people. And where this other guy, he's just running straight head-on nose football.
Both of them getting the job done, however.
Definitely, you know, and that's, there we go again, back to that line. The line opens it up, they going somewhere.
1st and 10 Calhoun. The clock is running with 57 seconds left in the half. Norwood wants to throw, rolling back to the near side, going to keep it now. Penalty marker on the play. He's got some running room on the near sideline, finally knocked out of bounds. Number 44, Jason Ware. Substantial pickup on the play by quarterback Kel Norwood.
You know, Norwood, the way he runs the ball, looking at him, he's holding that ball out there. Anybody, just about anybody can get that ball from him if they hit him in the right way.
We'll have to wait and see the official ruling on the penalty here as the referees sort this one out.
Penalty going to be called against the Cougars. Going to move the ball back.
Ball is being moved back on Calhoun. Face mask call against the Cougars. Still be first down, but with 20 yards to go now for another first. That move the ball back to their own 42, 43-yard line.
All right, we got a first down in 20, 15, 17.
Norwood putting Greg Logan in motion on their side. Give goes to the first man through, Doler. Not much running room that time, as he is hit down by a host of Colonel defenders. Second down and about 18 or 19 to go for the first for Calhoun.
Still say 2nd and 17.
Timeout charge to Calhoun Academy. I believe that's their first timeout of the half. We have 29 seconds remaining in the half. It's Calhoun 14, Kruger 8. Coming to you tonight from Calhoun Academy. Homecoming 88.
Watching local football on Channel 7 is very relaxing when you are reclining in your own easy chair from BMEC in Calhoun City. BMEC stocks a variety of recliners in different styles and colors. They will even custom make your recliner to enhance the room of your choice in your home. BMEC prices can't be beat. Recliners for as low as $149. BMEC in Calhoun City. Go by and see them today. Custom Dimensions in Calhoun City is proud to be a sponsor of Calhoun Academy football. The staff at Custom Dimensions would like to take this opportunity to wish the Academy Cougars a successful season. Custom Dimensions, a key industry in a key community. And now we'll go back to the Calhoun Academy football game.
Second down, about 17 or 18 to go now for Calhoun. As Norwood puts the wide men left and right. Drops straight back in the pocket to throw. He airs it out. He's got a man streaking down the field. Ball is incomplete. Good coverage that time defensively. Pass intended for number 80, Chris McGregor. He had two men covering him that time.
Yes, and you know, he almost caught that ball, and the ball was really thrown well, maybe just a little bit behind his man, but he really threw that ball well in.
And that'll bring up a third down situation with the 17 to go for the first. Number 20, Greg Lovern. Number 88, Richmond Hubbard, come into the game offensively now for the Cougars.
You know, the quarterback for the Cougars, he threw that ball about 40 yards in the air then, so that's pretty good for high school.
Norwood using the same offensive set. Drops straight back to throw again, under pressure now. Dumps it off to number 22. He's got a wall of blockers ahead of him. And he is hit down there. That's number 22, Michael Landreth on the catch for the Cougars.
You know, Mitchell, there's just one guy there, just one guy that tackled that man. That's a good open field tackle, but as many blockers as there was, he should have been blocked.
He really had the wall to run behind that time. I thought he would have went for more. He did, however, bring the ball out to around the midfield stripe. Called to 49. But that will be 4th down with about 12 or 13 to go for the first. Timeout is called on the field with 12 seconds remaining in the first half of play.
We appreciate this good crowd out here tonight. I hope you're enjoying the ball game as well as already have enjoyed the homecoming activities.
Right in front of that camera. See, like clear. Yeah, no blood. Sticky down. Oh, darling.
4th and 13, Calhoun. From around the midfield stripe. Coach Winters has elected to go for it here. Norwood back to throw. Has a man over the middle. Ball is caught. That was number 80, Chris McGregor on the catch for the Cougars. 5 seconds left on the clock. Good catch that time by Chris McGregor.
You know, that was a really good pass play there. It looked like a streaking pattern.
5 seconds remain to be played in the first half. Norwood throws it out of bounds, stop the clock. 1 second remaining on the clock in the first half of play.
1 second left on the clock. It'll be second and 10 from about the 24-yard line.
I think that's what that.
Oh,
3 players coming in offensively for the Cougars now. Dennis Weaver and John Kimbrough. I believe Norwood had made a visit to the near sideline as well. He drops back again to throw. Looking. Running around now, having to take it under, try to run with it. Coming on near sideline. He is pushed out of bounds by number 73, Steve Diffie. That's the end of the first half of play. It's Calhoun Academy 14, Cruger-Tchula Colonels 8. Homecoming 88. We'll have some unofficial first half statistics for you shortly. Right now, here's Ann.
Well, as Mitchell just told you, the score is 14-8 in favor of the Academy. Homecoming activities taking place before the game. And now the cheerleaders from Calhoun Academy, both junior high and high school, will be entertaining us during the halftime activities. Let's listen.
We'll be back. I'll get it back from here. Mine is in case I win while I'm gone. We are at the half here. We have some unofficial first half statistics. Coming to you from Calhoun Academy, homecoming 88 on a cool night. First for Cruger-Tchula Colonels, the quarterback, Watkins, had one pass attempt, and he was good with that attempt. As a team, the Colonels fumbled the ball 4 times here in the first half, and they lost 3. Watkins was also the punter for the Colonels. He had 3 punts for 35, 25, and 40 yards, respectively.
All right, $25 gift.
Defensively for the Colonels, John Evans had 1 fumble recovery.
Number 143.
Now the touchdowns were scored. Hubbard scored on a 35-yard TD run for the Colonels. And the 2-point conversion was good as well by number 44, Ware. Now turning to the Cougars of Calhoun Academy. Quarterback Kel Norwood had a total of 6 pass attempts, and he was good with 2 through 1 touchdown pass. Fumbled the ball twice and lost them each time. Norwood also the punter for the Cougars. He had 1 punt for a total of 25 net yards on the punt. Defensively now for Calhoun, number 20, Lovern, had 3 fumble recoveries, as well as number 77. How the touchdowns were scored for the Cougars, number 22, Landreth, with the 80-yard TD run. Doler good with a 2-point conversion. Kel Norwood passed to Chris McGregor on a 36-yard touchdown as well. And the score stands Calhoun 14, Cruger 8. About ready to begin the second half of play here.
The cake giveaway by the Patrons Club, 143964. Somebody better claim it. John Brazier wants it.
Colonels will be kicking it off to the Cougars. Kick goes to number 10, Kel Norwood. Brings it right up the middle of the field, trying to find an opening. Still on his feet. He is hit down there
Receives the kickoff, brings it back to
by, I believe, number 44, Jason Ware for the Colonels.
10. So about a 15-yard run back for.
And the Cougars will put it in play at that point. 1st and 10 now.
25, just past the 25 for the Cougars.
Just getting underway with the second half here. David, I believe the temperature's dropping.
Oh, my toes says it is.
Ian's got a quilt on up here. We're trying to stay warm.
I thought it might be Joy.
Official stops the play before it ever gets underway. Clock is running now. Norwood up under center for the Cougars. Quick pitch goes on the near side. Landreth on the carry, still on his feet. Still on his feet. Landreth on the great run. He's got a lot of room now, dragged down from behind by number 33, Eric Thompson.
All right, Michael Landreth on a.
Number 22, Michael Landreth on the great carry to open up the second half for the Cougars.
You know, that's really what the Cougars need to do. They need to come out blowing, and they get the heads back in the ball game, and let's play some ball.
Coming into the game now for the Cougars, number 88, Richmond Hubbard, as well as number 20, Greg Lovern, coming in offensively now for Calhoun.
There about the 30-yard line for the Cougars.
Ball is resting on or around the 30-yard line of the Colonels. Norwood puts the wide men left and right. Give goes to the first man through as a penalty marker on the play. I believe that might be illegal procedure that time, David, on the Cougars.
Procedure call there somewhere.
Yardage is being marked off against Calhoun. Illegal procedure against Calhoun, as was earlier indicated. Number 88, Richmond Hubbard, coming off the field on their sideline. As Dennis Weaver and John Kimbrough come into the game offensively now for Calhoun. Norwood working with the same offensive set, calling signals. Rolls to the near side. He's going to keep it himself, trying to get something out of it, trying to pick up some blockers. He fumbles the ball out of bounds.
Right there is just exactly what I was talking about, Mitchell. You know, in the first half, where he was carrying the ball, he's carrying it with one hand, and somebody can come up and grab that ball, and it's fair game.
He does need to learn to tuck the ball away when he carries it himself. Calhoun did retain possession, however.
Back to about the 29-yard line. Gain about 6 on the play. Going to make it
Now to bring up a second down situation with about 9 yards to go for the first.
for the Cougars.
Coming in across the way, number 32, Jason Acey for the Colonels, as he replaces number 5, Eric Wade. Norwood with a quick pitch going back to Landreth. Trying to find some running room. Does manage to get something out of it. And he is tackled by a host of Colonel defenders.
Number 71 for
John Evans on the tackle for the Colonels.
You know, that was good pursuit on the Colonels there. You know, if they can maintain and the outside running of the Cougars, I believe, you know, they're going to make this a real interesting ball game.
Still going to make it 3rd down and 9 for the Cougars.
Number 40, John Kimbrough, as well as number 31, Dennis Weaver, coming into the game now for Calhoun. It's going to be a 3rd down situation with about 8 yards to go for the first. Ball is resting on or around the Colonel's 29-yard line. Give goes to the first man through.
Handoff up the middle there to Dover.
Damon Doler on the carry for the Cougars. I believe he is shy of the first down, however.
With him there for a gain of about
Now bring up a 4th down here with about 4 to go for the first.
4th and 4. Ball's resting just inside the 25-yard line now.
Hubbard and Lovern come into the game for the Cougars. 4th and 4. Norwood puts the wideouts left and right. Man on the slot right, working with 2-back set. Pitch goes to Landreth, trying to turn the corner, trying to find some room, nowhere to go. He's knocked down by number 32, Jason Acey. So, the Cruger-Tchula Colonels will take over on downs. 1st and 10, going the other way now.
You know, Landreth, you know, on the camera, he's probably going to look like, you know, he just stopped. But he really is reading his blocks, and really the defense on the Colonels, they were coming in there, and the blockers just couldn't do anything with them.
1st and 10 Colonels. They're working from their own, about the 31, 32-yard line. Give goes to number 33, Eric Thompson. And he's stacked up there.
33, Thompson carrying the ball for the Colonels.
Chris McGregor among
88. Nichols.
Number 88, Michael Nichols, with a carry for the Colonels while we were away. It'll be 3rd down, 4 yards to go now for the Colonels. Ball is resting on their own 37, 38-yard line. Inside handoff goes again to Nichols. Nowhere to go this time.
Okay, that was the same play that they played in the first half. You know, they scored on it. Number 88 coming around in. And the Cougars, I believe, have done wised up to that play.
They've really played it well. 4th down, 7 for the Colonels. Back to receive for Calhoun is number 10, Kel Norwood. Back to punt for the Colonels. Looks like it's going to be number 1, Alan Watkins. Kick is away.
Short kick in there.
Norwood picks it up. Tries to find some running room there. Gets away from a few would-be tacklers. Fumbles the ball. Out of bounds. And again, David, Norwood carrying that thing like a watermelon here.
Definitely. You know, he's carrying that thing in one hand, and it's fair game. Anybody just touch the ball, and the fingertips are not going to hold it.
1st and 10, Cougars inside the Colonel's territory on about 40.
And he's getting a message here on the sideline from Coach Winters. We're in the 3rd quarter of play. The clock is running with 7:03 remaining. It's 14 Calhoun, 8 Cruger. Norwood calling signals now for the Cougars. He's a keeper on the near side, trying to find an opening. He is finally hit down there by number 70, Chris Robinson of the Colonels. And that'll bring up a 2nd down situation with about 5 yards to go for the first. Ball is resting in Colonel territory on about the 44-yard line.
5 situation for the Cougars.
Norwood using the same offensive set. This time he puts Kimbrough in motion. Chris McGregor with the carry across the way. He's got some running room. Bouncing off would-be tacklers. He's finally dragged down there. He got enough necessary yardage for the first.
You know, number 80, that was a reverse around the left end. He looked real well going up the center, you know, and a lot of the Cruger-Tchula is trying, or Cruger-Tchulas are trying to arm tackle.
Number 78, Butch Carpenter, went off the field across the way for the Colonels. Coming in for the Cougars on the near sideline is number 31, Dennis Weaver. 1st and 10, Calhoun. They are operating from the Colonel 34-yard line now. Norwood puts Kimbrough in motion across the way. Drops back to throw. Still looking for a place to go now. He's going to carry it himself, getting pressure up the middle. He is hit out of bounds there by number 23, Robert Hutton.
Getting out of bounds. Somewhere around the...
Norwood not finding the open receiver, did the smart thing that way and tucked it away.
You know, when you're a quarterback and you run around back there in the backfield and you got all kind of jerseys running in front of you, you really can't see those receivers. And he had a man open there momentarily, but, you know, it's just that split second that you really got to find that man. If you can't, just put the ball down and run it.
2nd down now. 8 yards to go for Calhoun. Wide outs left and right. Man in the slot right. And Kimbrough. 2-man backfield set. Norwood wants to throw. He's got number 22, Landreth. He is hit hard there.
22, Landreth receives pass from Norwood and is met immediately.
That was number 23 on the tackle, Robert Hutton again for the Colonels.
Going to be just very little gain on the play.
Clock is running now. We're in the 3rd quarter of play. 4:37 on the clock. 3rd down, 7 yards to go for the first.
That's one of those plays where you turn around and look and say, what truck hit me?
That was really a big lick there that time. Hit by number 23, Robert Hutton. Norwood, wide outs left and right. Man in the slot on the left side in Kimbrough. Quick pitch goes back to Landreth. Trying to turn the corner. He's hit there. Hard by number 44, Jason Ware.
Several yards on the play, down to around the 23-yard line.
And we'll bring up a 4th down situation with about 5 yards to go for the first.
ALG 580 in Holmes County that is blocking another vehicle. If you have that vehicle, it needs to be moved immediately if you can. F-150 XLT.
Penalty marker on the play as the teams come up to the line of scrimmage. Yardage is being marked off against Calhoun. Delay of game call against the Cougars. Still be 4th down now with longer yardage.
You know, Mitchell, on this is really looking like a defensive struggle here in the 2nd half.
Kelwood with a quick pitch, goes to Landreth. Trying to turn the corner, gets away from one would-be tackler, and he's hit down there by a host of Colonels.
Landreth carries the ball and is tackled by several of the Colonels.
In on the tackle was number 73, Steve Diffie, among other defenders. And that'll turn the ball over to the Colonels. 1st and 10 going the other way now.
Ball is being placed down.
If you've joined us late, we are in the 3rd quarter of play. It's Calhoun 14, Kruger 8.
Again, we have a beige and green F-150 XLT Lariat. Tag number 8, ALG 580, Holmes County tag. That needs to be moved immediately. It's blocking someone in.
Allen Watkins brings his team up to the line of scrimmage. No wideouts. 2-man backfield set. Give goes to the 2nd man through. Nowhere to go. 33, Eric Thompson. And he's tripped up there by number 78, Wayne Mahan for the Cougars.
Fact is going to be a loss.
Loss of a yard or 2 on the play. 2nd, 11, maybe 12 for the Colonels.
35-yard line now.
Eric Wade in there, replacing Watkins again at quarterback for the Colonels. Puts a wide man to the far side of the field this time. Give goes to the first man through. I believe it was Robert Hutton on that carry.
You know, this kind of defensive play, Mitchell, you wonder what the coaches said to the team whenever they was in the locker room at halftime.
Absolutely. We've seen a big difference here early in the second half of play. Third down, about 8 now for the Colonels. As 44, Jason Ware leads the game across the way. Allen Watkins again now. Rolls slightly to his right to throw, in trouble. Finally letting it go. Up for grabs, ball is incomplete. Could have been intercepted. Almost intercepted. Number 88, Richmond Hubbard, closest defender to it. That brings up a 4th down situation with about the 8 yards to go for the first. .153 remaining in the third quarter. Back to punt for the Colonels is number 1, Allen Watkins. Deep to receive for Calhoun. Number 10, Kel Norwood. Snap is back, kick is away. Driving spiral. Across the way in the far sideline. Rolls out of bounds there. Looks to be around the 32, 33-yard line.
32-yard line, going to be the Cougars' ball first.
Cougars are put in play, 1st and 10 from that point.
Placed down somewhere inside or just outside the 40-yard line. All right, the Cougars come out of their huddle. Norwood comes up to the line of scrimmage.
Colonel's using a 5-man defensive front. It's like a 4-man linebacker set. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Colonels.
Colonels recover a fumble down around the 20.
Not sure what happened with that exchange from Norwood. At any rate, it'll be 1st and 10, Kruger from Calhoun's.
We've got other whistles blowing on here.
27-yard line, is that correct? What's the ball spotted, Dave?
Mitch, I can't tell from here.
Have a bad angle here. Looks to be inside the 30 in Calhoun territory. Allen Watkins up under center now for the Colonels. Give goes to number 33. That was Eric Thompson on the carry. Finds very little running room that time. So that will bring up a 2nd down. We'll call it 10 again to go for the Colonels.
You know, now is where just, you know, we go back to it again. Now is where the defense has really got to show what they're made of down here in their territory.
All right, folks, these Cougars need some encouragement from the sideline, so let's let them hear from them.
Calhoun nursing a 6-point lead here. Defense needs to hold. As Watkins calls signals for the Colonels. He rolls to his left, drops back now, wants to throw. He's got a man. Ball is intercepted. I believe that was number 10, Kel Norwood on interception for the Cougars. Big defensive play here for Calhoun.
Definitely, and you know, and Norwood, when he caught the ball, there again, he was holding that ball with one hand again. It's lucky that they even got the ball now.
Number 22 comes into the game offensively here for Calhoun, Michael Landreth. We have 56 seconds remaining, and the clock is running in the third quarter of play.
Another break for the Cougars, and they'll try to get their offense moving.
Norwood puts the wideouts left and right, working with what looks to be a 3-man backfield set. Give goes to Landreth. He picks up some yardage on the play.
Norwood hands off in there to Landreth. Michael Landreth carrying the ball.
Now bring up a 2nd down here.
Let's call it a 2nd down 6, maybe a 7 situation.
2nd down, about 7 yards to go here for Calhoun. Clock is running now with 17 seconds remaining in the third quarter. There's the end of the third quarter of play.
There's into the
Calhoun Academy 14, Cruger-Tchula Colonels 8.
carrying the ball for several yards gain on the play. The last one will be about a 3rd and 1 when they get through placing her down.
And I believe it's getting colder by the minute here.
It is.
Y'all have some hot coffee up there, though, I see.
Yes, we got some. Let's talk a little bit about the sponsors of tonight's game. Serving Bruce and Calhoun County for over 50 years, Bowles Honda is Calhoun County's Honda dealer. Now is the time to purchase that four-wheeler. With hunting season just ahead, Bowles Honda is here to serve you. Go by and see Bowles Honda before hunting season. Well, as you can tell in the background, we can hear the cheerleaders.
All right, time to get back to football. I believe Cougars coming out of the huddle now.
Calhoun City Telephone Company offers quality service, striving to bring you, their valued customers, the latest in telephone service. Calhoun City Telephone Company in Calhoun City. It's kind of hard to get these commercials in between all these cheers and all that's going on here at the Academy tonight, but we would appreciate it very much if you'd go by and see the merchants who bring you the Calhoun Academy football games this year. Go by and tell them how much you appreciate it. We'll go back to Mitchell, and we'll be back with more of our sponsors later on in the game.
1st and 10, Calhoun, as Norwood calls signals out for the Cougars. Give goes to Lander, trying to find some running room. He is tackled there for a loss on the play by number 44, Jason Ware. Let's go bring up the 2nd down situation with about 13 or 14 to go for the first.
For the Colonels.
Ball is resting on or around Calhoun's own 20-yard line.
4 yards. Let's say
31, Dennis Weaver coming into the game offensively now for Calhoun. Norwood puts the wide outs left and right. Man in the slot on the left, working with the 2-man backfield set. Give goes to Landreth once more, finding some daylight this time. Dragged down by number 23, Robert Hutton. Nice pickup on the play by number 22, Michael Landreth. That's going to bring up a 3rd down situation with about 8 yards to go for the first.
3rd down and 9 situation. 8 maybe.
We are in the 4th and final quarter of play. The clock is running with 10:05 remaining now. Norwood with the give to Landreth again on the near sideline this time. And he is hit hard there by number 70, Chris Robinson, among other defenders for the Colonels.
Carrying the ball. Number 22 runs into number 44. You can double that somewhere. Jason Weir making the tackle. Michael, however, gains a few yards on the play. Gonna make
You know, Mitchell, this Jason Ware, number 44, he's really putting that leather to these folks out here. You know, he's really a hard-hitting fella.
He's been all over the field defensively tonight, too. Good pursuit along the line of scrimmage, number 44, Jason Ware, the Colonels. Back to kick now for Calhoun is Kel Norwood. Gets a good snap back. Punt is blocked by number 61. Ball is still loose. Finally fell on there. Penalty marker is thrown on the play. Fumble was finally recovered by number 22, Michael Landreth of the Cougars. We'll have to wait and get the official ruling on the penalty and see what transpires from there. Like this is being marked off against the Colonels. I believe that's going to give Calhoun the first down. Ball will be resting on Calhoun's own 35-yard line.
For the Cougars, be 1st and 10, ball placed down on the 35-yard line. Folks, there's a cake.
Hubbard coming in offensively, replacing number 31, Dennis Weaver for the Cougars.
There's numbers there, and on that program, 143-917. 143.
Norwood up under center now for the Cougars. Give goes to Landreth once again. Comes in near sideline. Is hit down there by a host of Colonel defenders. In on the tackle, number 33, Eric Thompson. Again, number 44, Jason Ware.
That's what we're talking about right there. Number 44, he's all over the field. You know, he's really an all-around defensive player.
That's going to be second down, about 9 yards to go for the first. About 1 yard pickup on the previous play. Clock is running with 9:04 remaining in the game. It's Calhoun Academy 14, Cruger-Tchula 8.
Going to be a second down 9 situation. Second 9.
Norwood using the same offensive fit. Now he puts Kimbrough in motion. Penalty marker on the play. Probably another delay of game call against Calhoun.
It's not the 4th of July.
Official marking off 5 yards. It is delay of game call against the Cougars.
Delay of game penalty.
Second down, about 14 to go now for Calhoun.
Situation.
Norwood with a shotgun formation. Wants to throw. Having to scramble now. In trouble. Knocked down from behind by number 32, Jason Acey.
Well, that was Phil Norwood.
Big loss on the play for the Cougars that time.
Wrong for a loss.
You know, Mitchell, I was looking sort of back in the backfield here, out in the secondary, and really he didn't have anybody open. Cruger-Tchula was really, they were covering the Cougars well.
That's going to bring up a third down, about 25 yards to go here for Calhoun. Maybe more. Norwood once again in shotgun formation. Gets a good snap back. Trying to find a receiver. Airs it out. Going deep down the field. Overshoots his man. Intended for number 88, Richmond Hubbard. Overshot him.
Gonna make a 4th down.
It's going to bring up 4th down and 25 yards to go for Calhoun. Punting situation for the Cougars. Ball is resting around their own 23, 24-yard line. Norwood back to punt it for the Cougars. Gets a high snap, gets it down, kick is away. Goes to number 23. Is brought down there by number 80, Chris McGregor. That was Robert Hutton on the return for the Colonels.
The 43-yard line runs it back to.
And they will put it in play, 1st and 10 from that point.
1st and 10 for the Colonels.
Ball will be resting on about the Calhoun 39, between the 39 and 40-yard line. Give goes to the first man through, finding a little running room there. That was number 88, Michael Nichols on the carry for the Colonels. He's hit down there by a host of Cougar defenders.
Timeout on the field.
Timeout is called by Calhoun. I believe that's their first time out here in the second half of play.
We'll make the gain on the play of about 7 yards.
7 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in the game. 14 Calhoun, 8 Cruger. Homecoming 88. Here's Ann.
Thank you, Mitchell. Movies are a fun pastime in the winter months. Crocker Satellite in Calhoun City has over 1,000 titles to select from. Whatever type movie your family enjoys, you can be sure you can find it at Crocker Satellite on the square in Calhoun City. Brazier's Hardware has been serving Bruce and the surrounding area for over 43 years. They are a name you can associate with good business and a name you can trust. Brazier's is not only a hardware store, they also have a full line of appliances, furniture, TVs, electronics. So go by and see John Brazier and staff on the square in Bruce. Watching local football on Channel 7 is very relaxing, especially when you are relaxing in your own easy chair from BMAC. BMAC stocks a variety of recliners in different styles and colors. They even custom make you a recliner to enhance the room of your choice. BMAC's prices can't be beat. Recliners for as low as $149. Go by and see all the staff at BMAC in Calhoun City.
That was John Buchanan for the Cougars defensively with that tackle on the previous play. And that's going to bring up a third down situation with about 5 yards to go for the first. Ball is resting on Calhoun's 35-yard line.
You know, Mitchell, the ball really hadn't moved in the second half, but about 40 yards both ways.
Definitely different from the explosiveness of the first half. Watkins quarterbacking for the Colonels. Drops back, wants to throw. He's under pressure from the blind side, gets it away. Ball is caught by number 73. That should be an illegal receiver. Ball is caught by Steve Diffie of the Colonels, and he cannot do that.
It looks like, definitely not. You know, it looked like flags was coming out of the sky there for a little while.
It took the referees a split second to get the number there, but when they figured it out, they let him go, didn't they?
That was number 73, Steve Diffie, receiving the pass, but I'm not sure whether he designated himself as a receiver or not.
Watkins dropping back to throw. Felt some pressure from the blind side that time. Had to get rid of it. Ball was thrown up in the air and caught by number 73, Steve Diffie. And the ball is being marched back here on the Colonels.
Illegal receiver on the play, going to be marking off 5 yards, making it a 4th and 10 situation. Ball being placed back.
Fourth down, 10 yards to go here for the Colonels. Ball is resting on the Calhoun, about the 40-yard line, between the 39 and the 40. 4th and 10, Colonels.
Well, Mitchell, do you think I need to put that down as a pass completion?
I'm not sure how to score that one. Watkins up under center, rolls back to his right, wants to throw. He's got a man intercepted there. It's number 88, Richmond Hubbard, coming down the near sideline. Interception with a good return with number 88, Richmond Hubbard.
Watkins pass intercepted by Hubbard, brought back a
So the Cougars of Calhoun will take over, 1st and 10 from around the 50-yard line. Calhoun Academy, 1st and 10 from the midfield. Norwood brings his team up, wide outs left and right. 2-man backfield set. Man in the slot on the right, in Kimbrough. Give goes to the second man through, Landreth. He is dragged down by the face mask. That will be a face mask penalty, obvious from this point.
No doubt about that, Mitchell.
I believe that will be called on number 61, Jamie Norwood.
Give away this cake. Another number. Look in the front of your programs. This was a freshman. 143889. 143889.
Penalty is declined by the Cougars.
Penalties, I didn't catch all.
Offsetting penalties on each team.
889. Wheat and Morgan.
Hannah Morgan has won the cake here at homecoming.
All right.
She got the lucky number on her program.
I feel like the announcer ought to get a slice at least.
They've been trying to give this cake away here for a long time.
1st and 10 situation for Cougars. Ball resting just shy of the.
We have X-lags in it.
1st and 10 Calhoun. Norwood brings his team up. Wide outs left and right. 2-man backfield slit. Kimbrough on the slot on the right side. Quick pitch goes to Landreth on the near side. He's got some daylight there. Finally knocked down by number 23, Robert Hutton of the Colonels.
Gain of about
substantial pickup on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd down with about 3 yards to go for the first.
2nd down 2 for the Cougars.
For whoever made that cake, Mitchell, that was only a joke now.
I'm just proud they finally got to give it away. That's all we've heard since halftime. Norwood using the same offensive set here. Give goes to the first man through. Good run. Damon Doler on the carry for the Cougars.
All the way down.
He is dragged down by number 23, Robert Hutton.
Ball is past 35.
First and 10, Calhoun. Richmond Hubbard comes into the game as he replaces number 31, Dennis Weaver. Clock is running with 4:56 remaining in the ball game. Norwood with a give to Damon Doler. Picks up some more yardage on the play. Second down, about 5 to go for the first. Ball is resting around what looks to be the 30-yard line of the Colonels. Cougars trying to put together a substantial drive this time.
Yes, you know, they moved the ball better now than they did when the second half opened up.
Norwood using the same offensive set. He puts Kimbrough in motion on the near side. Give goes to Doler. Big gain that time. I believe he got the first. Quite sure he did. First and 10, Calhoun from the Colonel's 20-yard line.
There again, that's what I'm talking about with Doler. You know, the boy runs the ball real well, and he really hits hard whenever he runs through that line. He just, you know, he blasts through there quick.
Really doesn't try to sidestep anybody, just takes them on one-on-one.
Definitely not. You know, that really shows a good sign of a fullback.
First and 10, Calhoun. Norwood up under center now. Give goes to Damon Doler once again. And it's hit down there by number 65, who we don't have a listing in our program for. Tempers flare out on the field.
It'd be like that game we seen the other night on TV, Mitchell, you know, with the Saints and all. And they really threw 2 guys out that night that I don't believe should have been thrown out.
I agree. I thought the same thing when it happened. I've seen a lot worse fighting than that and not get ejected over it, you know. Second and 6 here for the Cougars. Mix up in the backfield. Penalty marker on the play.
Should be illegal procedure.
Early indication is that it is illegal procedure.
I believe that's what it was. Number 40 started in motion after they had done set down.
We'll get the official ruling here from the official. With 3:15 now remaining in the game. 14 Calhoun, 8 Kruger.
And we wait.
Disregard the flag. No penalty on the play.
Third down situation with
well, I went out on the field, so I don't guess I can really call it.
At any rate, third down, about 3 yards to go for the first.
Ball on about the 11, 12-yard line.
Norwood puts Kimbrough in motion on the right side. Give goes to Landreth up the middle. He finds some tough running there as he is hit down by number 33, Eric Thompson, among other defenders for the Colonels.
See where the official's going to spot her down. Looks like just inside the 10-yard line. Going to be fourth
and short here for Calhoun.
Inches for the Cougars.
Dennis Weaver coming into the game offensively here for Calhoun. Bring the play in from the sideline.
Now this goes back, just like I said, you know, in the first half, where Calhoun Academy was down on the goal line. Let's see what the Cruger-Tchula can do here.
Norwood up under center. Puts Kimbrough in motion. Give goes to first man through. That was number 30, Damon Doler. Not finding much running room that time.
Definitely not. It's just where they're going to spot it at.
We'll see where they get the spot to determine if Calhoun has earned the first down. Timeout call by Kruger.
I believe by the Colonels. And the official is going to mark the ball down somewhere around the 10-yard line, which I
believe to be the first time out here for Kruger in the second half of play.
ball's going to go over to the Colonels. Going to be their ball, 1st and 10 from the 10.
This is going to go, looks like it's going to go right down to the line.
Looking at some of the local high school schedules for next week, on October the 14th, Vardaman Rams will be playing North Pontotoc at home. The Bruce Trojans will have their homecoming coming up, and we will have a Channel 7 crew over there to film that game next Friday night against Coldwater. Calhoun Academy plays Mount Pleasant at Mount Pleasant. And Calhoun City plays William Sullivan at home. That's the 14th of October. Lengthy timeout here with 2:18 remaining in the game. I believe the Colonels have taken over, 1st and 10 going the other way here, as Calhoun fails to convert on a 4th and short situation.
Well, you know, there again, it's just according on where the referees spot the ball at, and they spotted a little short, so, you know, that's a break of the game.
Watkins calling signals here for the Colonels. Rolls back to his right, wants to throw. He's got a man. Ball is caught by number 88, Michael Nichols.
You know, Mitch, that could be a big factor in the game. You know, we'll just have to wait and see. We're that close to the goal line, and they still got 2 minutes and 14 seconds left on the clock. Cruger-Tchula could make a good drive here and score.
It's been a close ball game all the way through, both sides of the ball.
Definitely has. And the second half has been really a defensive struggle all the way.
Watkins again at quarterback.
Watkins rolls back to his left, wants to throw, got a man, ball is dropped. Penalty marker on the play. Some possible pass interference here. We'll have to wait and get the official ruling.
And there's a flag on the play.
Oh, Cougars!
Pass interference.
Yardage is being marked off here against Calhoun. It will be of the 15-yard variety. And that'll give the Colonels the 1st and 10.
There again, Mitchell, you know, the penalties and all these turnovers and all is going to play a big part in this game. They got 2 minutes and 8 seconds left, and they're still driving.
A lot of time left on that clock.
Definitely is.
Colonels put the wide out on the near side of the field this time, using the 2-man backfield set. Watkins drops back to throw. Looking, throwing down the middle of the field. Intended for number 3. Ball is intercepted there by Chris McGregor, and he's on his way. Hitting the far sideline. He's got a lot of running room. He finally hit there, out of bounds. That was a big interception defensively for Chris McGregor.
It definitely was, you know, and I was watching Norwood at the time, and he had his hands on the receiver, so it could have went either way there, too.
Going to be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Ball's going to
1st and 10, Calhoun. Going the other way here with 1 minute and 53 seconds remaining in the game.
It's all right. We're going to leave it like that.
We don't want to get me on 14.
I'm finally slowing it down. This is going to be a real good ball. You're going to get Mitchell all shook up over there. Let's go.
Officials conversing here.
All right.
Out around a 35.
Ball
1st and 10, Calhoun.
About the 35.5, 36.
Norwood up under center now for Calhoun.
Norwood takes snap, hands off.
Give goes to Damon Doler. He finds some tough running room there. Finally knocked down by number 23, Robert Hutton, among other defenders for the Colonels. That's going to bring up a 2nd down situation with about 5 yards to go for the 1st.
You know, there we go back again, Mitchell, just like we've been saying all during the game. All right, the turnovers. That is really the key to this game tonight.
No question about it. It's really played a big role as Norwood breaks huddle and brings his team up. Penalty marker on the play before the play ever gets underway. Probably another delay of game call against the Cougars. As the referee marks off 5 yards, and it is delay of game against Calhoun.
You know, that has really hurt them tonight too. The delay of game, you know, penalties, turnovers, and all that. It's just, you know, it's just like coaches say, there's no excuse for it.
Second down, 10 yards to go for Calhoun. Penalty marker on the play once again.
These are really costly penalties too.
Coming regularly here.
The ball will pass the 35-yard line, but there's flags on play. I believe it's going to be.
Seems to be some confusion at times on the part of the Cougars with their offensive sets, or where to line up, which man to go in motion, whatnot.
Definitely, you know, there's been a lot of confusion in the backfield, and the coach is always going to, I don't care who it is, they're going to blame it on the quarterback. You know, the quarterback not getting the right plays in there, they're going to blame it on him.
And not necessarily blame correctly on each occasion.
You're definitely right on that part. You know, it could be any number on the team that could be doing the wrong thing.
We'd like to thank everyone for coming out to tonight's ball game.
Timeout call by Calhoun Academy with 1 minute 11 seconds to go in the game. Here's a sponsor break with them.
Okay. Custom Dimensions in Calhoun City is proud to be a sponsor of Calhoun Academy football. The staff at Custom Dimensions would like to take this opportunity to wish the Calhoun Academy Cougars a successful season. Custom Dimensions, a key industry in a key community. We ask you again to go by and see the sponsors of the Calhoun Academy football games this year and tell them how much you appreciate them sponsoring the games. That's BMEC in Calhoun City Telephone Company in Calhoun City, Crocker Satellite in Calhoun City, Bo's Garage, Brazier's Hardware, and
Taking a lot of ridicule in the press box tonight.
Custom Dimensions. Those are the sponsors of the Academy football games.
Landreth on the carry on the near sideline, still on his feet, finally dragged out of bounds there. By number 1, Alan Watkins. Good pickup on the carry. By number 22, Michael Landreth. Penalty marker thrown once again.
Another flag, that's what I'm talking about right there. More than likely, there's probably clipping or holding one. You know, going around the end, it's either clipping or holding.
I can understand it getting late in the game. Players are possibly tired, wore out. But they're coming very frequently here.
Yes, one right after the other. You know, the coach just called a timeout and went out there and tried to talk to them a little bit, calm them down a little. But, you know, sometimes it don't work.
Penalty being marked off against.
Yardage marked off once again against Calhoun.
You know, that's the worst thing that could happen to them late in the game, because that would really bring them down, you know, because they're playing good ball. Their defense are really holding the Cruger-Tchula, and the offense really needs to get something going here.
Illegal block on the previous penalty. That puts the ball on or around the 40-yard line of the Colonels, where Calhoun Academy will have it. Third down, and about 15 yards to go for the first. John Kimbrough in motion on their side. Norwood wants to throw. Got a man over the middle. Ball is almost intercepted. Chris McGregor was the intended pass receiver. Incomplete. 4th and 15 for Calhoun. Punting situation here for the Cougars.
Yes, with 57 seconds left on the clock, you know, I don't know whether I would punt the ball or not. I may would try to go ahead and go for the first down, which I know there's a lot of yardage there, but it could very well be a fake punt here.
Norwood back to punt the ball for the Cougars. Gets a good snap back. Kick is away. Going to number 1, Alan Watkins. Fields the ball. He's on his way near the sideline. Finally knocked out of bounds there, as he almost hits a picnic table on the way out of bounds.
Man, that's a real big lineman.
Driven out of bounds by several of the Cougar defenders there. Going to be placed down to the 39-yard line. Going to be
48 seconds remaining in the game. The Colonels will take over, 1st and 10, from their own 39-yard line.
We're going to go down to the wire on this one, Mitchell.
We'd like to say
14 Calhoun, 8 Cruger. This has really been a well-played ball game up until the fourth quarter, where we've seen the penalty flag on numerous occasions here.
And that, you know, you go back again. That's really what has helped Cougar-Tchula and really hurt Academy Cougars, because all of them, all the penalties have been on the Cougars here in the last, 3 minutes.
Eric Wade, quarterbacking now for the Colonels. He wants to throw. Ball is almost intercepted there by number 80, Chris McGregor. I believe that pass was intended for number 88, Michael Nichols. Incomplete. Second down, 10 here for the Colonels.
And if McGregor had caught that ball, he had a lot of open area to run in there.
That could very well have put the game away for the Cougars right there. They could have ate enough time off the clock to end the ball game. But it was not to be. That brings up a second down, 10 for the Colonels. Alan Watkins now with quarterback duties for the Colonels. Drops back to throw. Goes across field, number 33, Eric Thompson. He's dragged down.
Timeout called on the field. Ball down to
by Craig McCormick. Timeout call by the Colonels.
44-yard line.
I believe that's their second timeout here in the second half of play. They'll have one available now with 32 seconds remaining in the ball game.
We'll be traveling to Mount Pleasant next week. We hope that you'll go and support the team.
Turning our sights now to Major League Baseball playoffs. David, who do you like, American League, Red Sox or the A's?
Well, I like the Red Sox, but the A's are really playing hard ball now. And I don't know, back years ago I really liked the A's, and I hadn't really got into the Major League Baseball this year like I should have.
Well, I've always been a Red Sox fan too, but things look pretty bleak now with the A's taking 2-0 lead and going back to Oakland, I believe, now to play in the playoffs.
Definitely, it's going to be hard to beat the A's there. With them, they got two games up on them. They're going back home to play, and they're going to be up for that game.
Who you like National League, Mets or Dodgers?
Well, I'd probably have to go with the Dodgers because I really like them. I don't like the Mets at all. I never have liked them.
I don't like the Mets either, but I'm really looking toward a A's and Mets World Series.
That's more than likely where it's going.
3rd and 5 here for the Colonels. Watkins wants to throw under pressure. Pass is incomplete. Trying to go there to number 3, who we don't have a listing for in our roster.
4th down and 5.
4th and 5 here for the Colonels. Ball is resting around their 45-yard line, 44-45. 27 seconds remaining to be played in the ball game. It's Calhoun 14, Kruger 8. Timeout has been called on the field. Believed to be the 3rd timeout called by the Colonels. Should be their last one in the second half of play.
Well, Mitchell, you was talking about the National League Baseball. Let's go to the NFL now. What team do you really like?
Well, New Orleans Saints are my favorite. No question about it, hands down.
Yeah, I kind of figured that with the kind of shirts and everything you wear. But I like the Saints too, but if I had to go with anything, I really like the Bears more than any of them.
Well, I've been a Saints diehard fan since back when they were called the Aints instead of the Saints,
Definitely, I know.
And fans used to come to the field with the sacks over their head and such, Really a great turnaround for the New Orleans organization.
The Bears really surprised me too, with Walter Payton gone and Willie Gault, he's gone to the Raiders, and that's, they really surprised me.
4th down, Watkins back to pass. Under a little pressure here. Throw goes on the near side, is intercepted. Number 88, Richmond Hubbard, is on his way down the sideline. He cuts across field, he's still on his feet. He may go, he's on his way. Touchdown, Cougars! Richmond Hubbard on the interception with a long return for the score.
Somewhere around the 50-yard line and runs it back for a touchdown.
That makes it 20 Calhoun, 8 Kruger, with only 12 seconds remaining in the game. David, that really bursted the Colonel's bubble then.
Definitely did. You know, that put the game away, Mitchell.
I believe Weaver's going in to try to kick.
We have an extra point attempt coming up here for the Cougars. Number 31, Dennis Weaver. High snap. Weaver with the ball, trying to do something with it, going around the right side. Throws it into the end zone, incomplete.
Extra point attempt, no good. Don't make it.
Extra point attempt falls short. 20 Calhoun, 8 Cruger. With 12 seconds remaining to be played in the ball game. Tell you what, Ann, this really looks good on Calhoun's part, considering the game we last covered here over at the Academy.
Yes, it does, Mitchell. You know, I was talking with the senior football players today. I interviewed them, and one of the boys said that the thing he looked forward to most was winning the game for homecoming. So it'll be a good memory for him.
That's great. Well, these senior players, there's nothing like it, winning the homecoming game here, too. Last homecoming. I believe number 31, Dennis Weaver, will be kicking the ball off for the Cougars. I'm not sure that he's using a tee there, David.
I don't believe he is. I believe he got it sitting flat on the ground.
Weaver approaches the ball, kick it away. Ball is recovered there
By Cruger-Tchula
by the Colonels.
on the 41-yard line.
That should be it.
We have 9 seconds remaining in the game here. Calhoun Academy homecoming against Cruger-Tchula Colonels. And they lead 20-8.
And the clock's running with 6 seconds left. 5.
Clock is running here, 3 seconds remaining. I don't believe the Colonels will get this last play off. And there's a horn with the end of the ball game. It's Calhoun Academy.
Cougars tonight. Let's all give them a big hand. And remember, next week, Mount Pleasant. You can't be there. We hope you'll be thinking about the Cougars.
20-8 here. Calhoun defeats Cruger-Tchula Colonels. Homecoming 88. How sweet it is. We'll be back momentarily.
Hopefully it sounds a little bit better for you.
We'll have some unofficial total game statistics here momentarily.
We'll be at Bruce next week, are we right there?
I think that's correct.
At homecoming at Bruce High School.
That's right. And I'll check here to see, again, who the Trojans will be facing. It looks like Coldwater. And we'll have a Channel 7 crew over at Bruce to cover that game between the Trojans and Coldwater.
We'll be back with the second half statistics in just a moment, so we invite you to stay tuned.
Light just blew.
Go ahead.
We are at the end of the game here where the Calhoun Academy Cougars have just won their homecoming against Cruger-Tchula Colonels by a score of 20-8. And with me I had David Ray Barnett, who was our statistician for the evening. And we'd like to send along some unofficial total game statistics here. First for the Calhoun Academy Cougars, coached by Gary Winters. Quarterback Kel Norwood had 8 pass attempts. He had 3 completions. He threw 1 touchdown pass. As a team, the Cougars fumbled the ball 4 times and they lost it 3 times. Kel Norwood also the punter for the Cougars, and he had 3 punts for a total of 25, 28, and 19 yards respectively. Dennis Weaver, number 31 kicker for the Cougars, had 1 extra point attempt, and it never developed, was no good. Defensively for Calhoun, in the first half, Calhoun had 3 fumble recoveries. He had 4 interceptions total for the game for the Cougars. They were intercepted by Norwood, Hubbard, McGregor, and again by Hubbard. How the scoring came about for Calhoun. Number 22, Landreth, had an 80-yard touchdown run, and the ensuing 2-point conversion by Dola was good. Kel Norwood passed to Chris McGregor for a 36-yard touchdown. In the second half, Hubbard intercepted a pass and ran 55 yards for the score. Now looking at the Cruger-Tchula Colonels. Quarterback Watkins had 9 pass attempts. He had 2 completions. He threw 4 interceptions. As a team, the Colonels fumbled the ball 4 times. They lost it 3. Watkins also the punter for the Colonels. He had a total of 5 punts for 35, 25, 40, 35, and again 35 yards respectively. Defensively now for the Colonels, John Evans had 1 fumble recovery. How the scoring came about for Cruger-Tchula. Hubbard on a 35-yard run, and the 2-point conversion by Ware gave you the total 8 points for Cruger-Tchula Colonels. And that's going to wrap up the statistics here from Calhoun Academy. And we're going to try to get an interview here with Coach Winters here before we sign off. Coach Winters, congratulations. Good homecoming win tonight.
Oh, I enjoyed it, man. We've been lacking a good win here lately.
We thought that the game progressed nicely in the first half, maybe slowed down toward the fourth quarter. We saw a lot of penalty flags being thrown there in the fourth quarter.
Well, we looked like we had came out in the fourth quarter and after eating a bowl of dumb or something. We kept lining up wrong and everybody wasn't thinking right, and I just don't know what was the matter with them. We'll work it out next week, though.
It looks like you've put your boys through a lot of work since the last game we covered here with Channel 7. They did real well here tonight.
Well, I was proud of them, especially on defense. We've worked a little harder on defense here lately because I feel like that, you know, if you get a strong defense, you can win some games.
What's next for Calhoun Academy?
Well, we've got Mount Pleasant at Holly Springs next Friday night. They're about evenly matched with us, too, like the team tonight.
Well, again, congratulations, Coach Winters, from the Channel 7 crew, and good luck.
Thank you.
For the entire crew here with Channel 7, I'm Mitchell Johnson. So long for now.